The Greenville Triumph are back at home here tonight at Legacy Early College, taking on FC Tucson. It's the first time that FC Tucson has been at Legacy Early College since 2019, and our match presented by Bon Secours. I'm Chris Kovac, alongside me Ross Davenport. And Ross, this table's still so packed. Greenville 2 wins, they've jumped up to 3rd, but you look at Tucson, they've been so strong, 5 unbeaten from 11th now to 4th.
Yeah, been on a great run just under John Perlman. Things are starting to spread out a little bit at the top and the bottom, but yeah, completely packed in the middle still.
Those engineered sleep standings still tight as we head into tonight's action. One of 3 matches going on here in USL League One. While our Joan Herlong and Associates Sotheby's player to watch is Alan Gavilanes, who has been so key really in the second part of the season, Ross, with the created chances and the assists out there.
Yeah, he's brought in as a winger to take people on. That's exactly what he's done this year, assists in back-to-back games. And Greenville has only lost 1 of the 10 games that Alan Gavilanes is starting this season. He will get the start again tonight.
We are thinking of J.J. Donnelly, who has scored 2 of these recent goals this season. Unfortunately, out for the year, injury in training this week. Charlie Dennis on the other side, the key cog in their creative machine for FC Tucson, team leader in assists and created chances.
Yeah, loves playing that sort of free roll behind the front 3. He's got height and vision. Listen, when Charlie Dennis is on form, he's one of the best midfielders in League One. He'll be a problem for Greenville tonight.
Yeah, he'll be serving up those top 3 in the formation here tonight. No Uzo here. He was ruled out for the season due to his injury in the last match, but still Shaq Adams, Calixtro, and Korf up at the top. Dangerous players for FC Tucson. So can Greenville, for a second straight week, end one of the top streaks in League One? We'll see as they try to build their own here late on in the season. It's Greenville and FC Tucson here on the Sunday night in League One.
We offer a full array of dental treatment, and what that provides you as a patient is you're able to come to one place and get comprehensive care under one roof.
I've always been greeted with a smile. They know me when I call. I trust them.
We'd love to see you at Wood Creek Dental. Visit us at woodcreekdental.com.
The unstoppable spirit lives inside all of us. For Matt and Lisa Kuhn, it's fueled by family, with a business backed by an unbreakable bond and a passion to innovate. They've become leaders in last-mile transportation. That's why First Horizon is proud to celebrate unstoppable spirits like Matt and Lisa. From the first stop to the final destination, we use our understanding to keep our clients on their unique path to success.
At Piedmont Natural Gas, being a part of the communities we serve is important to us, because to us, community begins with you. We strive to address the needs of our communities by investing time and resources to help improve the quality of life for our customers. For over 60 years, we have funded programs that support education, the environment, and community impact. Our Energy Assistance Program, Share the Warmth, helps customers pay their energy bills. We're committed to helping our neighbors by powering the vitality of our communities.
Welcome back here into Legacy Early College as we prepare for a match presented by Bon Secours. FC Tucson taking on the Greenville Triumph in a 3v4 battle in this tight League One table. Well, Greenville and Tucson faced off earlier this season. Pretty equal overall in their history. 2-2-1 they split the series, but it was all Tucson early on. Stoppage time goal for Greenville, but Shaq Adams, a brace, marked the day.
This is actually the lowest scoring of the 5 meetings between these two teams with the 3 goals. We obviously all remember that famous finale back in 2019 where Greenville scored late in an empty net to clinch a playoff spot.
Yeah, every matchup of the series has had at least 3 goals combined between the two teams, so we should be in for some scoring tonight, to be determined, of course, here at Legacy Early College. But John Harkes had some thoughts ahead of this matchup, getting his team ready for the opponent in FC Tucson.
I think John Perlman stepped in, has done a great job. You know, he's managed the group well, and they love to attack. They've scored a lot of goals. They're always great. They're a big threat in terms of that counter. They like to transition into those open spaces, and we've got to be really careful not to give them too many spaces to play into. So managing the game is something that's on us. We got to do a better job of that with the ball.
Of course, off of a 2-match winning streak now, the Greenville Triumph starting 11 presented by Bon Secours.
Yeah, 3 changes for Greenville. Obviously, Dallas J returns after his red card, but on the other side of things, Don Smart out after his red card last week. Christensen out, obviously JJ Donnelly out for the year. Marius Lomas, but will he add to that goal? That golden boot lead's been tied for forever. Will he take the lead again on his own tonight? We'll see.
Yeah, he and Terzaghi still tied for the top spot in the golden boot with a 3-goal cushion over the rest of the pack. We'll see if he can step up. Here's Tucson starting 11 under the direction of John Perlman.
Yeah, also 3 changes for John Perlman. Center forward with a knee injury, out for the year as well, just like Donnelly, Tabena Uzo, and Master Antonio and Coney were unable to make the trip. So in comes Adams, Barnathan, and Pena at that defensive midfield spot.
Kone's been so key to what they've done defensively over the last few weeks in this 5-match unbeaten run. We'll see if Pena can replicate that as we move into tonight's action. Again, those starting 11s presented by Bon Secours. Well, the men in black tonight in all white, and it's actually Greenville in the all black on the other side, including their head coach with those electric kits once again being shown off here at Legacy Early College.
Yeah, 3rd straight tough matchup at home for Greenville. They came through the first 2 contests. Obviously, Toronto came down with that MLS stack squad. That was a great victory for Greenville. Got the win over the current league leaders, Chattanooga, last week. But another challenge here for John Harkes' men with a team just simply on fire at the moment. 2
teams, frankly, that have been really good on the counterattack of late. When that comes together, do you get a 0-0? Do you have 2 teams just trying to give each other the ball? A lot to be determined here tonight, and we'll see what the tactics are quickly in this one.
This matchup historically, as we mentioned, Chris, plenty of goals, and I certainly think we'll see some tonight again.
Hispanic Heritage Night tonight at Legacy Early College. Carlos Butrago taking over the PA duties somewhat. Former public address announcer for the Venezuelan national team for 12 years. As he'll be providing some extra flair on the microphone for us.
Well, it should be fun. Both teams obviously well represented by Hispanic players.
Flickstro over the ball. And we're off and running. Tucson and Greenville going at it here on this League One Sunday night.
You can see already Marius Lomas and Andrew Booth sprinting down the field after that ball. Greenville have had some quick starts of late, trying to get another one here tonight.
But throughout the season, talking with head coaches, it seems like a lot of opposing teams focus on those first 20 minutes against Greenville, and they should be after the last few matches. They've scored first. They have a pretty good record at that. 7 wins this season, their 1 loss overall when scoring first, the Tormenta comeback from a few weeks ago.
Yeah, they were struggling with it a little bit in the first half of the season, but especially with a team like Tucson coming all this way, all long road trips for them. Greenville are going to hope for some dead legs, perhaps. We've got an issue with the ball now. Seems to be all right. Catherine McCormick, our referee this evening.
So last time Tucson was in this stadium back in 2019, a 4-0 win for the Greenville Triumph. They'll be trying to change things. 2 teams did play once last year, 2-2 draw over in Tucson. Muhammad up the right flank, team of the week this past week, plays it in and cleared away.
It's going to be interesting to see how John Harkes and Greenville set up. The lineup we received had them as a 4-3-3, which will be matching Tucson's 4-3-3, but we're more familiar with them with a 4-4-2. But you see how high Andrew Booth's pushing up in that midfield spot. Alex Morel, does he sort of fill in that? Don Smart was playing off JJ Donnelly a little bit in that sort of 10 role. We see Alex Morel more on the wing tonight. We'll see how it sort of all shakes out. John Harkes loves to move him around.
For much of this season for Tucson, offense has been the story. They rank first at the moment in USL League One goals per game at 1.48. But their defense has been the story of this recent run of 5 matches undefeated, giving up just 3 goals and having 2 clean sheets has allowed them to leap up the table from what was 11th place to now 4th place. Here's Dennis over the top, but Pollock will go after it and retrieve it back over to Jay.
It almost looks like a 4-1-4-1 for John Harkes, with Max Hemming sitting a little deeper than Walker, allowing a little more of a free roll for Andrew Booth. Good team on the ball here.
Booth a flick in the air, headed back away.
Maybe back to the old 4-2-3-1 we used to see Greenville playing in, Chris. Now really just down to one true central striker. Although Lachlan McLean back at training this week, Chris. John Harkes said he was going to take it slow with the Australian coming off that knee injury. We'll see if we see him here in the final month of the season.
And frankly, one of the big keys to success these last few matches has been that partnership of Donnelly and Smart up top. Both players unavailable here tonight, suddenly. So we'll see if Greenville can get things back going, keep things hot. Some new looks at the top.
Yeah, no, the Donnelly news was devastating when we heard from John Harkes earlier this week. You could sort of tell from the tone on the phone conversation from the start that something was up, and yeah, just heard it in training, landed awkwardly, and it's just a shame coming off such a great last couple of games. Here's a look at your injury report. McLean, Pilata, we haven't heard much about Noah yet, dealing with that back injury. Mahir, and obviously Donnelly out for the end, and Tubena Uzo with that knee injury for Tucson, sustained on that tackle by Mabika last week. It was sort of a tame tackle, just sort of planted as Mabika came in, made contact on the left side, on the right side of this field. Uzo's left side, and it was an awkward injury, unfortunately. You could tell he'd hurt himself right away, Uzo. He's asking for a sub almost immediately. Not sure why this one's going the other way.
This one coming all the way back.
These teams, both these teams, a lot in common lately. Both playing very well. Both just lost their center forwards to season-ending injuries. Both finishing the season with a lot of home games. Tucson have 4 of their last 5 at home. Greenville 4 of their last 7, including this one.
Out of play for the goal kick as we check out our building blocks for success presented by Harper General Contractors.
If you saw John Harkes' comment before the game, he said their team has to be careful, especially again with this transition pace. They just have pace all over the field, Tucson. They've got to be careful going forward. And for Tucson, John Perlman talked about working a little harder without the ball. Right, this Greenville team can be taken on the transition. That's where you have to do that work off the ball. As soon as you make that turnover, get on your horse, make those runs through, and Greenville can be had as well with through balls behind the defense.
Here comes Dennis, fires, it's in! FC Tucson takes the lead on the road.
Well, there's our player to watch. What a start for the visitors.
Wide open to the top of the box. A dream start for Charlie Dennis and FC Tucson, and a good moment here, showing their support of Uzo as he faces that injury concern. Talked about his creative ability in Charlie Dennis. Well, there is his scoring ability with his 4th goal of the season.
Let's take another look at this one. It's a good solid build-up. Shaq Adams, Greenville played off. Noah Frankie's been such a player the last few weeks, and you can't leave Charlie Dennis that wide open at the edge of the box. Everybody lost track of him. Aaron Walker, Andrew Booth, sort of blaming each other, and fine finish with his trademark left foot for Charlie Dennis.
As you mentioned, Ross, the assist going to Noah Frankie. That is his 3rd of the season.
Both these fullbacks love to get forward for Tucson. Schenfeld on the other side, as well as Higgins goes down with the challenge from Dennis.
Greenville not allowing a goal the last 2 matches, giving up one early in this. Tucson, pretty good record this season when they do score first in matches, and we'll see if they can continue that. That's what they wanted to do, get the ball on the wing, quick motion with the transition, and they caught Greenville out a bit there on a man marking.
That was very similar to the goal they scored against Greenville this year. Frankie made that run to the byline, cut it back. This time it was Charlie Dennis with the finish. That time it was, previous time it was Shaq Adams. He also involved in this setup. Long way to go though.
Booth unable to get there. It's a goal kick as Lapsley will take it on. Lapsley starting all matches this season for FC Tucson, start number 22 overall.
He had a couple of great saves last week against Fort Lauderdale. John Perlman was telling me he didn't have a whole lot to do in that game. Came up big twice. Key moments in that 3-0 victory.
Brought down now Booth. Flicks it on, trying to find Lomas. This will be brought back in favor of the Triumph as Calixtro and Lee got tangled up there.
Evan Lee back after missing the last match when he attended his brother's wedding.
Muhammad goes down with a late challenge coming from Schenfeld. Talking to begin this match for him.
They also have an early goal in the Omaha game. Damia Villader, goal scoring machine from that fullback spot with the opener for Union Omaha there. Omaha on the road in North Texas tonight. This game's got off to a very physical start. Abdi Mohammed now down. He's had some back problems in the past.
It's down a second ago. This one looks like will warrant the card. And it will be Dennis along with his goal today. Now 6th card of the season. Free kick for the Triumph, down by 1 here in minute 11.
Max Hemmings will take it. Had the, if we were in the hockey league, he had the 2nd assist of J.J. Donnelly's goal last week. It was a beautiful pass to Gavilanes.
Max Hemmings, service in, just over the head of Lomas. As Tucson tries to get the attack going. This is where they're most dangerous. Ball ahead, Abdi Mohammed all the way back, and he'll clear.
Good work there by Abdi Mohammed. He's a right fullback. Had to come all the way over to the left to help Tyler Polak, who's now switching sides with him for the time being. It's going to be a matchup to watch all night, Adams versus Polak.
Charlie Dennis has really blossomed in year 2 in Tucson. 5 assists last season. He's topped that total with 6 so far this year. And of course, there's 4 goals as well. Ball up in the air, grabbed by Jay.
No, John Perham always tells us about Charlie Dennis, that Charlie Dennis, he says the same thing about Derek Orff though as well, that both those two can be as good as they want to be, right? There's all the talent in the world. Just got to put the effort in and keep the mental concentration. Dennis, as you see there with the yellow card, can get a little frustrated at times and lash out. A great start for him tonight and the visitors.
There's Booth, quick turn, chopped down. There's another foul. And already another card in this match, and it's to Delgado.
Yeah, well, referee Catherine McCormick has seen how this game has started in the first 12 minutes and wants to put her stamp on it. It's been a very physical affair. Yeah, I mean, it's not even a question. I don't know how Joel Delgado was surprised at getting the yellow there.
Portuguese midfielder goes into the book. We saw on the Green Cloud defense replay. Tucson a perfect 6-0-1 when scoring the first goal in matches. Booth heads it on. Still up in the air. Morel pokes it through. Booth. Stolen by Pena. Fricky, a slip, but he still got the ball away.
It is interesting, Chris. Sorry, just tell you about how high Andrew Booth is playing. We've seen him play high on the wings before. He's been playing that Don Smart role so far. Trying to match up a little bit with Tucson. And now dropping back to help.
Lee. Battling there with Dennis. Korf. Lee has to handle it. He does with the help of Fricky. Almost all the way back, but the ball is corralled by Fox. Schenfeld will come on back to take the throw.
Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, visit www.selectsportamerica.com.
Well done.
I tried.
Delgado going to have another talking to quickly.
He's going to be careful here. One of many Florida collegiate products on this FC Tucson side. Charlie Dennis, Shaq Adams, Maxi Schenfeld, and Joao Delgado all played their college ball in Florida.
Ball sent in, cleared up and away.
Should be used to this humidity.
Booth, Hemmings, flicks it to himself, goes down, PK!
Wow.
That was Delgado again, caught up in the action.
Tucson perhaps saying that Schenfeld and Delgado were just holding their ground and Hemmings was looking for the foul. Take another look at it again on the replay in a minute, I'm sure. But Catherine McCormick's not going to change her mind. Here it is now in the Green Cloud defense replay. No, it was a clear foul by Delgado. He committed just inside the box. Yeah, there's Schenfeld also perhaps got a piece. There's a good bit of incisive running by Max Hemmings, though. And Aaron Walker will step up to try and tie things here.
Walker looking for his 4th goal this season.
Well, it's absolutely clearly not agreeing that the goal was centered. And a penalty saved early this week in USL League One.
Tucson has saved 1 PK this season so far. Greenville, though, perfect 2 for 2 from the spot. It's Walker's turn this time to tie things up. Walker puts it in, sending Lapsley the wrong way. And Greenville on the board, tying things up here in the 17th.
Well, we expect a goal, Chris, and 2 already in the first 16 minutes. Max Hemmings not normally one to go on a piercing run into the box, but he was rewarded for it. And Aaron Walker puts it away. He's going to go have a chat with their injured players. This one, I thought for a minute it was going to sneak past the post. It was a well-taken penalty by Aaron Walker, right into the side netting.
That goal presented by Aaron Walker and the YMCA of Greenville.
Vehicle with your lights on in the tailgate lot.
1-1 now between Tucson and Greenville here, 18 minutes on.
Thank you.
It's been a very loose match so far, I always think, Chris. That there's been much sort of formation for me, the team. The guys running all over the place and popping up in different spots, as we saw Hemmings and Dennis all over the place, right and left. And I thought it might benefit Tucson, but Greenville have been right in this one.
Homes Underground, the Carolinas' premier site utility contractor, proud sponsors of the Greenville Triumph. Tucson had great rhythm on offense before that goal, and the Greenville pressure the other way. See if they can get back to it. There's Barnathan. Korf.
It's looking like the weather in Massachusetts right now, Chris, down that end with the smoke from the Rainy River, right?
It was a bit foggy in Foxborough Friday night. Check out those highlights coming up at halftime. Adams back with it, making the quick turn. Caught up there with Walker, and back the other way we go, Hemmings. A great interception there from Morrell. No, it is brought back. John Harks on the sidelines jumping up and down at that one.
Yeah, both teams are putting some pressure on Catherine McCormick here. I'm not sure if she's sort of second guessing her decision. That looked like a decent tackle.
After the early proceedings, have to assume Tucson asking for a card there, but not one coming.
Let's take another look at it here on the Green Crowd defense replay. Good hustle by Morrell. Nothing wrong with that at all. He poked the ball away. Unless there was, a hold or something we couldn't see from our angle. Not sure about that decision.
Frankie with the throw, cleared now by Lee. Would like to welcome John Harks back out onto the pitch after he missed last match due to COVID protocol. Miss that energy.
No, yeah, we were asking him if he was texting his bench last week because we saw Rick Wright checking his phone at least once. And he said, yeah, I was communicating. The only thing he said he was a little upset about the performance was the lack of the pressing. Thought the team could have pressed a little more against Chattanooga. He got the 1-0 win.
Delgado trying to spin out traffic. Booth. Now Lomas. Over the top. Now Korf.
That's a good opportunity for Derry Korf tonight. Wasn't always in the lineup since the arrival of Tabena Uza, but sticks with his 4-3-3 jump home. He's going to have to use Derry Korf. Franco Perez is healthy now, though. Perhaps he puts some pressure on him as we get into the final month and a half. Month and a third, I should say.
Korf and Morrell going at it. Foul is called. .22 minute. Getting feisty out there.
We've seen some glimpses of Alex Morrell. I think injuries have hampered him a little bit this year. We really haven't seen him making his marauding runs down those wings. Just trying to do one there. Walker getting forward.
Mohammed. Booth. Greenville back on the road, and first time in what seems to be a while, take on Madison next Saturday. Tucson also on the road at Warner Park against Union Omaha. Chattanooga leading the league at the moment by 3 points, but Omaha 3 matches in hand entering today over the Red Wolves.
North Texas have tied things up there. And games in hand do not mean points in hand, Chris. I said that to you earlier. So North Texas, not an easy place to play, especially for an Omaha team used to playing on that small pitch at home. Have to go to one of the biggest pitches in the league in Texas.
There's Walker.
Goal for North Texas coming courtesy of Khalil El Mekdar. Nice finish inside the far post of Rashid Nuhu. Check out all those highlights later. USL League One does a great job of tweeting out all the highlights of each game. We got Fort Lauderdale and Tormentus starting in a few minutes. Hearing a certain Mr. Beckham be in the starting lineup for the home team in that one. Not David Beckham.
Well, we saw Michelle come out of retirement for one match with Texas in the past, so wouldn't be a first here in USL League One.
Yeah, Romeo Beckham starting on the left side with Hundal in the middle and Curry on the right. We got Beckham and a Neville. It's like the old days in Manchester.
A little bit more humid probably for this one. Delgado trying to curl her, but easily saved by Dallas J. Jay and Greenville taking their time here.
This game settled into a little bit of a rhythm now after that first 20 minutes of chaos.
Good dribbling in there by Frankie, former Riverhound in Pittsburgh. Hemmings, Walker. Walker still feeling something from that earlier challenge he faced. Taking a moment there.
It has to be a worrying sign for John Harks.
Fricky tries out down the left wing. Gavilan, yes. Ball poked away. And this will be a goal kick for Lapsley.
Look, Gavilan just had won the corner. That was a lovely first touch by the winger.
Tucson caught up there, excuse me.
We saw Kalen Fox bringing it forward. He's had a great season at centre back. Tucson were leaking goals earlier in the year, but Fox, even with the rotating centre back partners, has really stepped up. Big physical presence at the back for John Perlman. He can get forward too. Saw his centre back partner Luca Mastrantonio score off a corner last week. Fox gets in the box at times as well.
Does have an assist this year. And Walker. Looking down the right flank. Here's Morrell. Morrell trying to cut to the outside. Met well by Schenfeld. Hemmings loops it in. Lomas is right there trying to chest it down. Still battling, but an easy scoop save in the end by Lapsley.
Yeah, first touch let him down a bit. Marius Lomas obviously hasn't played much as of late. Fell out of favor over the last few games. And then with J.J. Donnelly scoring, wasn't able to work his way back in. But that was a golden chance there. Perhaps if he just brought that ball down a little softer. Need to put money on him to find the back of the net.
Calixtro coming back. Former Portland Timbers 2 player. Spent 4 years there in USL Championship. Now Adams. Korf. Korf, 3 goals in his last 2 matches. After not scoring in the previous 9. Very much the hot hand on this Tucson side of late. Ball met by Frankie, runs into Pollock, no call there, and cleared downfield by Lee.
I think they sort of both fell over there at the same time. John Perlman said during the week one of the keys was to be physical in this game, and they've certainly come out throwing their weight around in this one, Tucson. Things have settled down a little bit, as I mentioned. Good work there by Abdi Mohammed.
Corner kick for the away side.
Corner for Tucson.
Delgado comes over to take it. Korf, Bender, but a bit too high into the River Riot.
Well, it's been an interesting first half hour, Chris. As you see Batman Tifo making a reappearance. First 15, 20 minutes was just all chaos. Beautiful first goal, and then clumsy tackle from Delgado led to the penalty.
Battle of 3v4, another challenge, and another free kick.
Possession's very even as we thought. No card for Calixtro here. The stats very even so far. Both teams with 2 shots on goal. 51.1 to 48.9% possession in favor of FC Tucson. Let's take another look at that foul on the Green Cloud defense replay. Calixtro is lucky not to get a card there. That was a late challenge from behind. You can see all the players. It's not something you like to see. They're sort of questioning referees every decision. McCormick stayed strong though so far.
Those early cards seemed like they did what they were supposed to until that foul, of course. Things calmed down a bit. Walker.
Two clubs battling over the Atlantic Division's final playoff spot takes center stage when the USL on ESPN continues. The Charlotte Independence travels north to Dillon Stadium to take on Hartford Athletic Thursday, September 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Deportes. Let's look at John Perlman, the Tucson coach, took over from John Gallus in early July. Off to a good start and went through a little rough patch, but now right back trending the positive way.
Just getting going in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale and Tormenta. Lomas plays it back over, stop, now Booth takes a shot, back over, Walker puts it in! A brace for Aaron Walker just like that. It's 2-1 Greenville.
Turning into a goal-scoring machine, Chris. The captain. Another brace here in September.
Seemed like multiple times there, FC Tucson looking for the flag to be up. Then there's Aaron Walker with a late run into the box.
He's very good at sort of judging when to make those runs and where. There's another look on the Green Cloud defense replay. Good work by Marius Lomas on this right side. Cutback was looking for Walker. Tucson just did a poor job of clearing it. Good hustle from Andrew Booth, and Tucson just lost track of Aaron Walker completely. It was a confident finish past Wallace Lapsley. Not sure where they were looking for the offside flag for. We got the goals we promised, Chris. 3 so far. We might still have more to come.
That goal presented once again by Aaron Walker and the YMCA of Greenville. That's 2 goals for Greenville here tonight. When the Triumph scored 2 goals at home, fans can go to Habitat and wear Triumph swag and say code Triumph10 to receive 10% off. Does not include alcohol. And once again, Ross, 3 goals between Greenville and Tucson, as if on cue.
Three games tonight. Half the league was looking for some neutral action to watch. This one perhaps had the most potential to turn into a goal fest. And so far, we've got it.
Aaron Walker now 5 goals on the season. He's second on the team in goals scored.
Well, over these 2.5 seasons, John Harkes has always harped on how Aaron Walker should be scoring more goals. Getting into those positions a lot more frequently of late. The brace against Toronto earlier this month, and now the 2 goals here. Certainly trying to get in that player of the month race, Chris.
This will come back for a throw-in. Just joining us, it was an early goal by Charlie Dennis that got things going. 1-0 Tucson, answered by 2 straight goals by Greenville. PK by Walker, and then that goal right there. The assist officially going to Andrew Booth.
First foul on Derek Korf tonight. John Perlman mentioned how, of course, been working a lot harder of late. Obviously had the goals last week, but John Perlman looking for more than just the goals from Derek Korf. Hemmings again here with the free kick. Not one of his best deliveries.
Sent in right there to Lapsley as Fricky was in the area.
Had a great game last week at center back, filling in for Evan Lee. Led the team in passes attempted as well as completed, did Max Hemmings, and led the team in passes in his opponent's half from the center back spot. So getting forward when he could.
This is kind of the question we have for Tucson entering this match. If Greenville gets the lead and they go into their classic low block, can Tucson break it down? Typically more of a counter-attacking style team. To be determined at this point. They can break things down. Greenville once again getting the ball back.
Yeah, no, they'll certainly be dropping deeper even now already. Get to that half with this 2-1 lead for John Harkes. As you can see there, it's been a while since Tucson have allowed more than one goal. I asked John Perlman about his success on the defensive side of things. He mentioned Mo Kone, who's obviously not in the squad tonight. Big loss for Tucson, especially as well as he's played since coming in a few weeks ago. It's probably been a couple of months now. Yeah. Big physical presence at that defensive midfield spot. Jordan Pena, certainly capable of filling in, but he's not as much of a physical presence. Kone with an assist recently as well.
Dennis was very involved to start this match. Haven't seen too much from him in the last few minutes. Locked down in the Greenville midfield. Korf goes down, no foul called.
Greenville has to be careful with those free kicks in the final third. Charlie Dennis can strike him. Good work.
Great work by Schenfeld into the box, still running. Taken down by Fricky and another PK.
Well, Maxi Schenfeld, lovely work to split the two defenders. Brandon Fricky came over to help, and it was a clumsy challenge. No question of the decision. Here it is again. Fricky came over to help, but then just committed to the tackle, and that's about as obvious a penalty as you'll see. The Chilean causing havoc down that left side. Dallas J imploring his team to make sure they come and help him with the rebound if there is one. I assume Charlie Dennis is taking this.
Dennis over the ball here in the 41st, looking to equalize. And he does. A brace for Walker, now a brace for Dennis. 2-2 here in the 41st.
Charlie Dennis scored the goal. You should really give all the credit to Maxi Schenfeld. Some beautiful dribbling and taking on the defenders. We don't see too often sometimes at this level. You have Shaq Adams that can do that, and Maxi Schenfeld pushing back from the fullback position. Here's the penalty again, straight down the middle from the Englishman.
Goal now number 5 this season for Dennis overall. Second of the night, of course. So 4 goals, typical total between these two teams. The most is 5 though. 3-2 victory for Greenville in Tucson. Later stages of the 2019 season. Cavalanes leading the charge the other way. Running into the box, still going, loses it. Barnathan winning the ball back. A foul is called in the end.
Evan Lee with the rugby tackle, taking the ball with him. It's been a fun one. Sunday night football, a couple of safeties each. I mean, one safety each. See a safety in a college game. It was the first score of the game yesterday. It was 2-0 for a little while. I think it was Iowa. Schenfeld again.
Fourth. Late challenge by Morrell. Advantage played. Schenfeld. And Jay grabs it.
Derek Korf wanted it. He had the advantage from the, well, could have been a free kick.
Nothing lead for Fort Lauderdale. In the first 15 minutes of their action tonight, it was Curry with the early tally. Still 1-1 over at Choctaw between North Texas and Omaha. Well, the highlights of the 3 matches that started our weekend coming up in a few minutes. Fourth. Met by Fricky. Schenfeld once again knocked away.
I'm not sure if Shaq Adams is the man you want to be targeting on an aerial cross. For Lauderdale and Tormenta, two teams, I'd say desperate need of 3 points, but they both played so many games. Any points dropped at this point is critical for them because they're not going to have as many opportunities to catch up.
The draw, of course, doesn't hurt either of these sides. The thing is, it's so packed that a win can catapult someone from out of playoff position to hosting a playoff match. The season ended.
Greenville have 2 tough road trips coming up in the next 3 at Madison and at Omaha, with a home match against Fort Lauderdale sandwiched in there. Tucson also visiting Omaha in their next match.
Booth cuts around. Chips one in there, collisions in the box. Pollock trying to keep it up against Dennis. And we have 3 minutes of First Horizon Bank stoppage time here at Legacy Early College. Ball played ahead. No one wants the ball right now. Hemmings stepping up. Booth fires into the night.
Good chance for Andrew Booth there, just snatched it a little bit. Marius Lomas had a quiet first half, even despite his team scoring 2 goals. Did have a part in the first one. The second one, I should say.
And in the locker room here for these 2 sides, I don't know what you say as the head coaches. There's been 2 PKs. Probably could have been even more cards than we've had at this point. And it's 2-2 dead even on the scoreboard. It's like a reset out of the locker room.
And I think the overall flow of the match prize benefits FC Tucson. A bit of chaos to start and chaos to end the halves, but it's been a very tight affair so far, as indicated by the score. Plenty to play for in the second 45.
Pollock.
Shaq Adams also been relatively kept in check so far, except for the first goal.
All the way through to Dallas J.
And Dallas J had that questionable red card in his last appearance against Toronto. That late one when he was accused of throwing a punch. It was just a shove in the end, but I don't know if it deserved a red. But very capable backup in Paul Christensen. No shutout tonight for Dallas J. He was creeping up the goals against average table until this one. This will drop him back down a little bit though.
And there is the halftime whistle, a very calm ending to an electric first 45, to say the least.
No, definitely a lot of fun. Both teams playing good, quick soccer and taking advantage of mistakes when they can. An interesting second half for sure.
A brace for Dennis, a brace for Walker. We're dead even on the scoreline, 2-2 between Greenville and Tucson. Coming up on the Oxford Barber Company halftime report, we'll have highlights from our first 3 matches of the League One weekend and news and notes from around USL League One and the USL Championship. We'll be back in a few moments here from Greenville.
Physical therapy is usually the thing you're told to do after medication, x-rays, or even surgery. But what if the best way to fix your aches and pains is to start where you normally finish? At Athletico, our therapists, the same ones who work with world-class athletes and professional dancers, can transform your pain before it progresses to something worse. Because the sooner you start with physical therapy, the sooner you can start changing everything. And it all starts here with no prescription needed at Athletico. Schedule your free assessment today.
The unstoppable spirit lives inside all of us. For Matt and Lisa Kuhn, it's fueled by family, with a business backed by an unbreakable bond and a passion to innovate. They've become leaders in last-mile transportation. That's why First Horizon is proud to celebrate unstoppable spirits like Matt and Lisa. From the first stop to the final destination, we use our understanding to keep our clients on their unique path to success.
Hi there, I'm Lena. My owner, Brooke, she's earning her degree through Anderson University online. She can access her high-quality classes anywhere, anytime, which gives us plenty of time to play ball, or throw frisbee, or tug on some rope, or practice our human skills. Discover AU online and start earning your degree today. Dogs like me approve.
Shot, and it's in! Knocked away. Looking for Para. Could fall for an opportunity here. The shot comes in! Oh, it's brilliant! Gotta get it, gotta get it, get it.
Welcome into our Oxford Barber Company halftime report. 3 matches tonight in USL League One, Ross. That means we've had 3 so far this weekend, 2 Friday and 1 Saturday. We start with our favorite match of every week, really, the Friday matinee over at BMO Training Grounds as Toronto FC2 hosted forward Madison Sierakowski, hot for the Flamingos ever since joining the squad.
Listen, I love these 4 p.m. games. It gives you a reason to tell the boss you're getting off early, but Sierakowski, they're not going to want him to go back to New England.
No way. Toronto trying to answer back here. They do draw the penalty against Eric Leonard despite the dismay there. Brino coming up big, though, on the penalty attempt.
You see the Leonard look. He kind of turned around and was waiting for one of those looks where you, maybe that whistle's coming in. It did, but a great save by Brino on the PK. Toronto
trying to answer as the match went on. Brino with a stop there, once again keeping the 1-0 lead. But Toronto would finally answer late on Antonoglu, saving a point for TFC.
No, lovely set piece, just putting it into the danger zone. Brino slipped, and 1-1 in Toronto. Not a bad point for Madison, but they've had a lot of point games, haven't they, over the last few weeks?
Yeah, we want this table to break up a bit. Draws have been what we've been getting, but the other 2 matchups, no draws there. Both wins for one of the sides involved. A foggy night in Foxborough began early with a goal for Richmond. Bolaños so good on the wing.
Yeah, what about that ball by Zach Moran? Just put on a laser, beat all the defenders, and Bolaños with a lovely finish. Yeah, and it looked good for Richmond early.
Yeah, great first, say, 5 minutes of this match, and it was all Revs 2 from there on in this night as Renix gets the header in, tying it up 1-1 as we move through the rest of the evening. And then Rivera, great movement for the final 2 goals for Revs 2 in this match. He would end up finding this one and an assist on the final goal of the day.
Yeah, he didn't know much about this one, Rivera, but came off his knee and in the back of the net. It was all about the poor free kick from Ethan Bryan that led to it. I'm not sure if the fog played a part in that.
So a 2-1 lead for Revs 2. They would add on to it. A team that is slowly moving their way up the table very quietly, and a big win for them at home.
Hey, listen, I don't think anybody would want to go to Massachusetts in November, right? It's not going to be the most fun place to play.
No, good home field advantage along with the fog helping them out in Foxborough. 3-1 Revs take it over the Richmond Kickers, who are sitting in 11th right now as we enter Sunday's matches here in USL League One. Chattanooga and NCFC, the only match yesterday in USL League One. Early on, it would be Chattanooga getting the offense going as they do. Ricketts, a great finish.
Especially for a fullback. Yeah, NCFC hung around in this game for a little while, and then Chattanooga just turned the screw at the end and pulled away.
The NCFC, a theme this season, great performances, just not on the right end of that win-loss column as Chattanooga, that is, would find a second as the match went on. Galindres, he's going to be tied 3rd in the goal scoring across the league with this goal, second of the match for Chattanooga.
There was a lovely chip in by Ruiz and great body control by Galindres. We've talked about that all season, the way he's able to control his body for a big man, and a lovely example of it there.
NCFC trying to make the comeback as the match went on. A bad giveaway in the back by Trilk. Arriaga getting one back.
Yeah, if there's a time to give up a goal, I guess that's the time to give it up for Trilk. They ended up winning 3-1, so it didn't really matter.
NCFC, unfortunately, they would find the loss column on their second trip to Chattanooga this season. Marky Hernandez, you can't let him have this much space. He's going to make you pay, and he does right here. When we come back to finish off our Oxford Barber Company halftime report, highlights and stats along with news and notes around USL League One.
Now, whenever the Greenville Triumph score 2 goals during a home game, you can score 10% off a meal at Habitat. Just bring your game ticket and enjoy fresh, scratch-made food alongside an extensive menu of craft beer, cocktails, and wines. But remember, no chewing with your mouth full. Habitat, part of the Southern Culture Hospitality Group and proud sponsor of the Greenville Triumph.
First-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
Right-footed shot, and it's in! Knocked away. Looking for Para, could fall for an opportunity here. The shot comes in! Oh, it's brilliant!
I did get an interesting text from someone in the Phoenix organization talking about how big and physical that game was, and maybe they didn't necessarily know it was going to be just like that. I think they got a good taste. By the way, in case you're wondering, Forrest Lasso is competing for the Summer Olympics in gymnastics. Just wanted you to know. What you
So
got
is
next?
Lee Cohen. He was part of that routine.
Bring it to me.
Forrest Lasso, the defender of the year, leaping over the ad boards and pirouetting his way toward the dugout.
News and notes from around USL League One. August Player of the Month honors going to Aaron Malloy, who has done his damage at Legacy Early College this season. And bit of a swan song here. Player of the Week honors going to Nazmi Al-Badawi. Great finish to his soccer career for NCFC in their last match.
No, what a perfect farewell for Al-Badawi. Shame NCFC just starting that playoff race, but yeah, with 2 goals, can't think of a better way to go out.
Of course, he on the Team of the Week, along with a few faces from FC Tucson and Abdi Mohammed of the Greenville Triumph. Here's the goals race we've been talking about. Lomas, Terzaghi, they're still not up at the top. And then Galindra is getting his 9th this weekend, so now a 3-way battle for 3rd place, I guess you could say, at this point. Assist leader is Ricky Ruiz after yesterday.
Yeah, great skill with the ball, lovely little chip through for that 1 goal, and yeah, it's a nice little race there.
GAA battle all Rashid Nuhu at this point. Troke hanging in there, about 0.14 back. And Dallas Shea back up there among the 5.
Yeah, Nuhu with already the 1 goal allowed tonight.
So coming up next Saturday, it is Toronto FC2 and Richmond doing battle. 2 teams that frankly really need a win right now.
Yeah, Richmond just can't seem to string even one together at the moment. They're just having trouble holding on to leads and scoring when they need to. Toronto still hanging in there as well in the playoff race.
10v11 in the table at the moment. Richmond at 25 points at the moment. They had the big win at Greenville in the last few weeks, but not much beyond that of late for Darren Sawatsky and his side as they welcome the team from north of the border. Take a look at that upcoming schedule. That match on Saturday. We do have one on Sunday, NCFC and North Texas SC. Madison and Greenville doing battle. Not usually many goals in that one.
No, we'd be surprised if we see one in that one, unlike tonight.
2-2 this season. Between those two, one anomaly in that series for sure. We'll keep an eye on that on Saturday. 1-1 for Lauderdale and Tormenta. Zadliati tying things up. 1-1 at the break between North Texas and Omaha. On the other side, highlights and stats here from Greenville.
At Piedmont Natural Gas, being a part of the communities we serve is important to us because to us, community begins with you. We strive to address the needs of our communities by investing time and resources to help improve the quality of life for our customers. For over 60 years, we have funded programs that support education, the environment, and community impact. Our Energy Assistance Program, Share the Warmth, helps customers pay their energy bills. We're committed to helping our neighbors by powering the vitality of our communities.
Mexico's more than a country. It's a feeling. Wherever you feel Mexican, there is Mexico. It could be in the middle of LA or in the middle of nowhere. It's in our blood. Don't waste time trying to hide it. It's too big, too strong. This is who we are. Let's celebrate it. Tecate. Mexico is in us.
Tees it up, what a strike, and what a goal! Hartford has a goal! His right-footed shot, and it's in! Knocked away. Looking for Para, could fall for an opportunity here, the shot comes in! Oh, it's brilliant!
We offer a full array of dental treatment, and what that provides you as a patient is you're able to come to one place and get comprehensive care under one roof.
I've always been greeted with a smile. They know me when I call. I trust them.
We'd love to see you at Wood Creek Dental. Visit us at woodcreekdental.com.
Welcome back here into Legacy Early College as we finish off our Oxford Barber Company halftime report with highlights here of the first half. Those highlights presented by Palmetto State Home Mortgage. 2-2 at the half, Ross. Plenty of goals, of course.
Yeah, the visitors got the thing started early in the 6th minute. Shaq Adams with a lovely ball through to Noah Frankie, who loves making those overlapping runs, and it was a beautiful ball to Dennis, who perhaps Greenville should have been paying a little more attention to. Nice finish with his trademark left foot.
Dennis putting up Tucson 1-0 early on, and it would be an answer from Greenville that would come via PK.
Yeah, Max Hemmings with the run, the foul by Joao Delgado, and the nice finish by Aaron Walker on the penalty.
1-1, and then it would take us back to Greenville on offense, finding a goal from the run of play, and it was Walker again.
This was just hard work here. Lomas, his cross deflected. Andrew Booth hanging with it, and then finding Aaron Walker 8 yards out and wide open. It was a composed finish again from the captain.
2-1 Greenville at that point, but then Schenfeld, a great run from the left wing to get Tucson back level on the score line in the 41st minute. What a run it was to force a tackle in here from Fricky. Pretty clear penalty.
It was a little needless. These two defenders have made the recovery even though they got beaten. And Fricky really didn't need to come over and do that. And as a result, teams go to the half tied at 2.
Bit of a reset for the second 45. Dead even on the score line, and the stats overall pretty even between the two sides. And a brace apiece for both sides as well. Walker and Dennis, of course.
Don't see any immediate subs for either team. See how long it takes before either manager flinches on that side of things.
And we're off and running second 45 from Legacy Early College. 2-2 on the scoreline between Tucson and Greenville. I'm Chris Kovic alongside me, Ross Davenport, for this 3v4 battle in the table.
Fort Lauderdale just taking the lead again against Tormenta. I'm sure most fans around the league were enjoying the fact that those two games, the other two games tonight, were tied up, but Lauderdale don't seem to be wanting to go. Every time we seem to think they're done this season, they keep winning a game or two in a row. Playing well again tonight, the youngsters from South Florida.
Foul there on Lee. John Perlman looking for the road victory now in this situation, and the draw today would keep that unbeaten streak alive and move it to 6. They're at 5 right now, 4 wins and 1 draw in their last 5.
You want to see that goal. When they post that replay on Twitter, Chris, it was a lovely finish, chipped finish by Fort Lauderdale.
Pollock with the throw-in on the near side. Lomas brings it down. Walker will let it go out. Morrell out wide. Muhammad looking in the box, plays it in, brought down, and Delgado looking to clear.
And you can see Marius Lomas just still a little off. Not quite making those incisive runs he was earlier this season. You're predicting where that ball is going to be, just a lack of game time.
Dennis brings it down, now Walker.
Goals flying in everywhere, Chris. North Texas have taken the lead at home against Union Omaha. Certainly a goal that will please some fans in Tennessee.
Flextro. Korf driving to the end line, tries to play it back over, knocked out of play.
I think it may have gone out for a goal kick first. Let's see what Dallas J does with that ball. It was George Acosta with that beautiful goal for Fort Lauderdale, because it was certainly one worth watching again. Obviously, with that game starting a half hour later than this one, you can tune over after this contest is over, as Marius Lomas goes down under a very heavy challenge, but no call from referee McCormick.
Ball will go all the way out for a goal kick for Greenville. Look at the Saturday slate coming up next weekend. Richmond, Toronto, we took a look at during our halftime report. Chattanooga, New England. Madison, Greenville, always interesting. 2-2 earlier this season.
We've had one total goal in that. How many total goals Greenville versus Madison?
It was one. But Aaron Molloy had other thoughts. He had 2 in the first 15 minutes.
That's right.
Greenville came back with 2.
Back here, that's right. That's right. Changed the jerseys in that game. It was 2-0, and then it came back to be 2-2. That's right. It was one goal, I think, in the series before that game. Yeah, Madison, desperate need of a win.
Well knocked ahead and out of play. And we have finally our first corner kick of the match.
Wow.
Presented by PNC Bank for the Greenville Triumph.
Looks like Alex Morrell will take it, as I'm sure Evan Lee and Brandon Fricke make their way. No, it's going to be Gavilanes.
Mohammed sends us off into the night.
No good confident punch there by Lapsley. He had to come through some traffic to get to it. Really River Riot making some good noise as always. Vargas with the go-ahead goal for North Texas. And a shout out to Lethan Allen, who took a ball to the head in the first half. One 2019 NPSL Fan of the Year with Greenville FC. Always in the Reedy River Riot crowd. Took a ball to the head and then unfortunately cracked his head. We'll spend some time in the ER this evening, so shout out to Lethan. Hopefully he'll be okay. Chris and I both sort of said we saw the ball go into the crowd in that first half and it pitted it hit somebody, and that's who it was. So hopefully his team can pull out a win for it.
Lugnut on Twitter.
Lugnut, yes.
You know
Lugnut
the
FC,
name.
I think it is, right? One of the biggest Greenville Triumph fans out there.
Tucson getting some passing going. Now Dennis flicks it in there. Good touch, but Jay is there first.
Speaking of sons with Greenville Triumph connections, shout out to Ian Harks. I'm not sure he's not up in Scotland watching this one tonight, but scored the winner in the big Dundee derby, which was restarted today after Dundee had been relegated for a couple of seasons. Dundee United with the 1-0 win, courtesy of Mr. Harks earlier today. Certainly make him a local hero. He had his 100th appearance for Dundee United earlier this season.
Morrell finding some space. Booth to his left. He'll pass it off. But it was Frankie getting there in time. Hemmings. Gavilanes fires one off the head of Barnathan, and it's going to be another quarter kick presented by PNC Bank.
That one could have gone anywhere off the captain. Good little bit of spell of pressure here from the home team.
Double mess at that back post. And deflects out of play. Another corner kick.
Yeah, Greenville have sort of an interesting corner setup. They don't really bring guys running into the 6-yard box. They'll kind of start in the 6-yard box and try to cause havoc for the opposing goalkeeper. Not exactly sure what happened there. It appears to be another corner. Got a man down though inside the penalty box.
Players still down for FC Tucson.
Might be Kalen Fox. Just taking a guess by the length of those lower legs. Might be wrong. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watson, Devin Curry every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. You can also hear live action from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. It's Barnathan is down, the other lanky center back.
Back to his feet slowly, good to see.
John Perman a little short on the bench tonight with no Kone and no Master Antonio. We do have academy player Luke Lawrence on the defensive side of things in the 18, along with Alex Knox, who's more of a fullback. So it will be another corner, this time more of a traditional setup for Greenville. Players going to be looking to attack this ball. Perhaps Brandon Fricky can redeem himself from that penalty.
Avalanes over it. The corner kick presented by PNC Bank, third straight for the Triumph. Looking to find a leading goal. Headed away by Schenfeld. Deflected to Walker at the top, heads it down. Hemmings flicks it on, no one there.
Right idea, Marius Lomas was just a little closer to him than he thought. Hemmings, that is. Tucson's offense seems to have sort of sputtered a little bit here to start the second half. They haven't been able to get that ball on the ground and knock it around like they're used to. Give some credit to Greenville for that.
Muhammad takes the throw in. Nothing really building for either side at the moment.
The heat and humidity, temperature in the high 70s, but pretty humid there tonight. We'll see how long each team. You see John Perlman having some discussions about perhaps, and some, it's like Jesus Ibarra perhaps warming up for Greenville. John Harks mentioned during our weekly talk that Ibarra would play a part tonight, and you can see him getting ready to come on here.
Greenville extremely thin at the forward spot at the moment, with Lachlan McLean still out, and of course Donnelly being rolled out for the rest of the season this week.
It'll be interesting to see where Ibarra goes here. Columbus has been quiet, but he's really still your best potential goal scorer, other than Aaron Walker, obviously. Charlie Dennis hanging on the edge of that box again. Avalonia's paying attention now.
Corner kick for Tucson, won by Korf. Dennis heads it down and knocked in. Headed towards goal, but then a deflection helps it along. Charlie Dennis, that might be a hat trick. Well, he entered tonight with 3 goals. And he may have found 3 more.
Once again, the Greenville defense just completely forgetting about Charlie Dennis. It was a wide open header. I mean, let's take another look at it here on the Green Cloud defense replay. Lovely corner in, and Andrew Booth just sort of overran it. Charlie Dennis may have got away with a bit of a shove, but it was a good finish.
Booth trying to find a quick response for the Triumph. Pokes it through. Gavilan, yes, and saved by Lapsley. Pollock, another shot. This is being brought back. A lull with about 15 minutes to start the second half. Teams have woken up with that strike.
This play called back. I mean, it was a great strike by Tola Pollock. It almost caught. Let's take another look at it now as Andrew Booth slipped it through to Gavilan. Lovely save by Wallace Lapsley. Made himself big. And then the outside of the left foot that almost creeped inside the left-hand post.
Gavilanis may have been a step off there.
Well, Charlie Dennis was our player to watch, and he's lived up to that billing with the hat trick. We'll see if that last goal does stick with him. I think it will.
It has, at least for now, in the official scoring. It will be a Dennis hat trick here through 63 minutes tonight in Greenville.
See the introduction of Jesus Ibarra, but it hasn't happened yet.
Tormenta this season's been scoring goals. Legacy Early College, now former Tormenta man.
Yes.
Charlie Dennis getting it done back from 2019. So this now ties the most goals combined between these two teams in a match in this series. Gavilanis trying to find another for Greenville, plays it over, cleared.
A good recovery there. That ball was heading towards the feet of Marius Lomas.
This ties the most goals Tucson has scored in Greenville. 3-1 victory back in 2019. PNC corner kick for the Greenville Triumph.
Pulled away by Schenfeld. It's not the first time we've said that tonight. He's at a big game tonight, Maxi Schenfeld.
Mohammed. Nothing doing there. Now Morel. Off of Lomas and cleared.
This game's been funny. It's just sort of had spurts of just complete insanity. And then it sort of calms down again. And I'm sure we have at least another one of those in these final 25 minutes.
Now Dennis finding himself with the 10th hat trick. League history overall. Had a few already this year. Lomas trying to give and go right there, but not enough on that pass. Walker. Morel cutting in. Morel fires it off of Lomas. Maybe Barnathan instead. Yes, it is. It's a corner kick for Greenville, presented by PNC Bank.
Greenville are doing all they can to try and find the 6th goal in this game.
Ball lofted in, punched away by Lapsley.
It's a tough one for Lapsley. He was backpedaling and could have gone anywhere.
Hemmings trying to lay it off to Walker. Cleared by Pena.
The USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ+ community through the Forever Proud project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forward-forever-proud.
Preparing for the first sub of the night, presented by Spinks. Morel coming off in favor of Nico Brown, making his 3rd appearance in a Triumph kit. Here comes Ibarra as well.
We've seen Ibarra slot in that center forward spot recently. Nico Brown for Morel, a like-for-like sub on the wing.
John Perlman matching those subs with Franco Perez and Ferriol as well.
And John Perlman, even with a couple of guys out with a very strong bench, he's got a very deep squad. Franco Perez, I haven't seen much of him of late, spent all of the season injured. Only the one start so far this year. That was in that early 5-1 loss to Fort Lauderdale.
Handball going back the other way against Perez. Pena and Calixtro coming off for Tucson. Here's Ferriol playing it ahead to Korf on this left wing. Oh, the substitutions presented by Spinks. Ball played over and flicked on through. To Lomas and Morel, their night's done. John Harkes digging into his bench for the top of the formation here in the 69th.
Yeah, Marius Lomas, I don't think anybody expected him to set the world on fire in his first start in a while. Had some chances, let him down a little bit, but Greenville's certainly going to need him to contribute the rest of the way if they're going to compete for a title. Alex Morel. A bit of a strange formation for Greenville tonight just because of the loss of J.J. Donnelly and Don Smart.
Bit too much on that ball as it goes out of play.
Greenville would only drop the one spot to fourth. These two teams would just flop in third and fourth if results stay the same. But Lauderdale and North Texas, if they can hold on, would creep even closer. Still so much to play for in these final 6 games or so.
I mean, the big thing here, if Tucson can hold on, talk about that win column. That's the tiebreaker first, and then goal differential. So they're at 9 wins above everyone else, excluding, of course, Omaha and Chattanooga, who are solidly 1 and 2 entering next week.
And they have 4 teams behind them with 8. You have to think there's going to be a tiebreaker coming into play somewhere in the 3 through 6 spot.
Knowing the way the season has gone, 6 and 7 will be dictated by goal differential or goals scored. We go to that level. There's some rooting for fair play out there, which is yet another tiebreaker in the system if needed. Nico Brown putting it on the Jets. Ball almost tackled away. He's still going. Finds Ibarra. And that pass too far ahead of Brown.
Well, Slapsy taking his time with this one. It's a little early for that. Adi Mohammed with not the most subtle of challenges on Franco Perez.
Brown most recently playing with the Maryland Bobcats and NISA. Savannah native now, finding a home in Greenville for the rest of the season.
He showed some flashes in his 2 appearances so far of what he's capable of. Here he goes again.
They'll corral this one. Possession back over to the Triumph. Walker, who has a brace tonight, plays it over to Pollock. Lofted over, brought down and cleared. Foul called on Frankie. Quick restart. Gavilanes up ahead to Pollock. Cuts it back. Solid awareness there.
Yeah, Booth was trying to let the ball come across him. Just didn't get quite enough of a touch on it to keep it under control.
Six shots, 4 on target for FC Tucson. 10 shots overall for Greenville, 4 on target on the other side. Ibarra on the run against Frankie. Play back over. Luckily, there's some room for Fox to work.
Greenville with his fresh legs, putting some pressure on, forcing some mistakes. Something John Perlman said his team couldn't afford to do was mistakes in their own final third.
Played over by Booth, headed away by Barnathan. Tucson on the attack. Adams on the run. Hasn't found too much space to work with here today. That goes out, back to Greenville.
And more good work tracking back by Abdi Mohammed. He's had a solid night defensively. Hasn't been able to get forward perhaps as much as he'd like.
Foul called. Schenfeld the culprit. Here's Brown. Ferriol. Korf. Schenfeld. The result stands. Tucson will vault themselves from 4th to 3rd in the League One table. Greenville would switch spots with the away side. 2-2 at the break. Tucson finding their 3rd goal of the match in the second half. And a hat trick for Dennis here tonight. Frankie. Blocked out of play.
And back tied up in Texas, Evan Conway. The game tying goal there, 2-2 between North Texas and Union Omaha.
Hemmings, ball over the top. Stays alive. Ibarra. Keeping it in play on the far side. Still going. Cross in. It falls and Brown pokes it home through the arms of Lapsley. And we're equal once again here in Greenville.
Wallace Lapsley is going to want that one back. It was good work down the right by Ibarra. The cross didn't seem to be anything particularly dangerous, but Lapsley fumbles it at the feet of Nico Brown. Welcome officially to Greenville, Nico Brown.
First goal in his Greenville career. Ball put in a dangerous spot here, and he was able to equalize it.
Let's look at it on the Green Cloud defense replay. That was awesome work by Ibarra, and it was perhaps a miscommunication between Barnathan and Lapsley, which led to that fumble. I think Lapsley thought Barnathan was going to chest it out for a corner, but he decided to let it go, and Lapsley with a big mistake there, a costly one that could cost his team 2 points.
All equal, 3-3. That goal presented by Nico Brown and the YMCA of Greenville. Some energy now in the crowd here at Legacy Early College. 79th minute. 11 minutes plus stoppage remaining. Most goals scored in a match in the series between these two sides. Now with 6. The first goal scorer not to be named Aaron or Charlie as well.
Just being in the right place at the right time for Nico Brown. He started to finish it off. It wasn't the easiest of finishes.
Frankie. Foul is called. Booth and Dennis got tangled up. No, excuse me, Korf. Ball over the top and take it in by Jay. Lee looking upfield down the left flank. Pollock can't poke that through ball on through. Brown down the left flank. Punched away by Lapsley. Hemming slips as well. The ball goes out for a goal kick.
And getting later in the night, it's going to get a little slippy. Good work down that left side by Nico Brown. It's actually a great punch out in the end by Lapsley. It's John Perlman. His team's had the lead twice tonight, only to see it pegged back.
Adams trying a nifty move there. Goes out of play here in the 82nd. 6 goals ties the most in a match here in League One this season. 7 would be the record in a match this season. We do get one more.
We've had a 5-1 and a 4-2. This might be the first 3-3 this season, I think, Chris. A 5-1, a couple of 4-2s.
Jacob Goodall on for Gavilanes in our latest Spinks substitution. Booth brings it down. Booth, no look pass. Goodall on the left side, plays the ball in, a low one, and cleared away.
An interesting substitution there. Goodall can play both in the midfield and out the back.
Threw a ball down the field. Ibarra can't get there in time. Fox clears.
Yeah, Ibarra not quite as fleet of foot as Nico Brown. And once again, did great work for that third goal on that right-hand side.
Goodall Pollock. Off of Frankie out of play, back with Greenville.
Just over 5 minutes for someone to perhaps find a game winner.
Bedoya coming on, and the latest big substitution, as well as Kevin Rodriguez for Shaq Adams.
Daniel Bedoya can certainly take a good set piece. We've seen him score great free kick against New England a few weeks ago.
Rodriguez. Will play ahead by Ferriol. Brown. Can't keep Rodriguez from it. He'll keep it in play. Ball lofted over, past Pollock. Knocked off the ball by Dennis. That will be a foul.
Charlie Dennis going to be careful with the yellow card. That was blatant shove in the back. Wasn't much nastiness in it, but I've seen yellow cards given for less. Join USL in celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month through October 15th. Visit uslsoccer.com/Hispanic-Heritage for exclusive content and stories that celebrate members of the Hispanic community that have shaped the USL.
Again, we've been hearing the excellent tones of our extra public address announcer tonight for our Hispanic Heritage Night, Carlos Buitrago. That was the PA announcer for 12 years for the Venezuelan national team.
Come on, Chris, I want you to commit to a goal if we get a late winner here in this one. We'll be deserving of it, I think.
I mean, if you score 3 minutes or stoppage time, why not?
Attaboy.
Anything is an exclamation point, getting above 6 goals in a match. Tucson on the attack. Dennis, top of the box, thinking about it.
Trying to get on that left foot. Greenville weren't going to let him, though, as Hemmings goes down. No foul, though. Some tired legs now.
Schenfeld pokes it through. Nothing there. Jay with the scoop. And we'll be back with you on ESPN Plus next Saturday across USL League One, beginning with Richmond and Toronto at City Stadium, 6:30 start on the East Coast. Chattanooga, New England, Greenville in action on the road at Bree Stevens Field against Madison. Omaha will host Tucson in a big matchup. And North Carolina, North Texas going at it on Sunday to finish off next weekend in USL League One. But of course, after we're done here, Fort Lauderdale and Tormenta in the 62nd at the moment. You can catch the end of that one on ESPN Plus.
It's the final in Texas, 2-2 between North Texas and Union Omaha, a result that I'm sure will please most of the league. With as close as things are, any draw really benefits the other 10 teams. Well, I'll say 9 teams. No offense to NCFC, but
Well, I mean, Tucson is proof that you can jump from the bottom to the top. Just a few wins in there.
Yeah, I think they're running out of time, though.
As the team Greenville will see the final match day for them this season. They'll be at NCFC as Jay takes this one in.
Well, certainly have a chance to play spoiler. Saw Orlando City B do that in the last couple of seasons with some big results down the stretch, even though they were eliminated. There's a clear shove in the back from Schoenfeld. Not sure who first started this bleach blonde hair thing. Tucson have got a couple. Chattanooga have got 3, I think, with the bleach blonde hair. Doesn't help us comment. Well, it does help us sometimes. If you only have one of them, but when you have 3 of them,
that's the issue. 4 minutes of First Horizon Bank stoppage time here from Legacy Early College. About 3.5 minutes remaining here. Ball flies all the way out of play. Wallace Lapsley in no hurry to get this ball. And the result stands. Tucson keeps their unbeaten run going and extends it to 6.
Played a tireless game tonight. He's been all over the pitch. Been involved in plenty of duels. Really grown into his role as starting midfielder for Greenville this season.
Hemmings goes down. A yellow card shown to Korf.
The 2 Englishmen having a bit of some words with each other. I'm not sure if that was worth of a yellow card. He had help behind coming across, but it's going to take some seconds off the clock. I'm sure Tucson will take this point on the road against the defending champs. See their unbeaten streak continue.
Down goes Ibarra. Pretty clear handball there by Andrew Booth. Might be a card along with it. A card to Andrew Booth for time wasting. Kicking the ball into the stands. 1 minute of First Horizon Bank stoppage time remaining. Another foul here as the ball came in. This time on Brown.
We're ending the match like we started the match with whistles galore. 6 goals between them, the whistles.
Ferriol goes down, dragged down by Hemmings, and a set piece that might end up being the final play of the match right here.
Yeah, Max Hemmings was in a good battle there. Just a little too much physical contact, and now we've got an argument about who wants to take this. You think Daniel Bedoya would have first dibs at it, considering when he scored from a very similar angle, perhaps a little closer up in New England. The wrong side for Charlie Dennis.
It's Korf, Schoenfeld, and Bedoya taking a look at it. Schenfeld backing off now, as you can see.
It's a long way out. Certainly takes something special. It's a little too far out for a curler. It's just going to have to take a blast that perhaps moves in the air. Schenfeld being told to get out of there as referee McCormick makes sure they're back 10. This four-man wall in front of Dallas J.
Shot sent right into the wall, still alive. Knocked back away. Still alive for Tucson. And there is the final whistle. The team share a point, 3-3 after an eventful night here in the upstate of South Carolina. There's your priority one security final score, 3-3 between FC Tucson and the Greenville Triumph. I mean, after all that, coaches have to be happy with the point.
No, certainly an entertaining matchup that lived up to all expectations. We've seen tons of goals in this series, and once again tonight with the 6 to tie the season high in League One. Both teams with late chances to perhaps win it, but they'll share the spoils tonight.
Incredible match by Charlie Dennis. Another hat trick, in the League One history books. 10th in league history.
20% of those by Tucson players. Calixto had another one earlier this season.
Let's take a look at our save of the match, presented by Bravo One Protection. There is Greenville on the attack.
This was a big save by Wallace Lapsley. Came out to narrow the angle, and then Tyler Polak, what a goal that would have been for him. His first in the Greenville shirt.
That's your Bravo One Protection save of the match. So Dennis a hat trick, a brace for Walker, and a goal by Brown. Let's get set for our highlights and stats coming up in the next few moments. 3-3 Tucson, Greenville.
At Piedmont Natural Gas, being a part of the communities we serve is important to us, because to us, community begins with you. We strive to address the needs of our communities by investing time and resources to help improve the quality of life for our customers. For over 60 years, we have funded programs that support education, the environment, and community impact. Our Energy Assistance Program, Share the Warmth, helps customers pay their energy bills. We're committed to helping our neighbors by powering the vitality of our communities.
The unstoppable spirit lives inside all of us. For Matt and Lisa Kuhn, it's fueled by family, with a business backed by an unbreakable bond and a passion to innovate. They've become leaders in last-mile transportation. That's why First Horizon is proud to celebrate unstoppable spirits like Matt and Lisa. From the first stop to the final destination, we use our understanding to keep our clients on their unique path to success.
There's no substitute for hard work. You have to put in the time. Dedicate yourself to the goal. I didn't make it to the Hall of Fame on my own. I had a team and we worked hard together. I had coaches and a playbook with the answers. It's no different in business. Now I own a Janny King franchise because they've got the winning playbook and a team that supports me. Get in the game and get ready to shine. Go to JannyKing.com to get started today.
Welcome back here into Legacy Early College. 3-3, your priority one security final score between Greenville and Tucson. Eventful match to say the least here with two PKs as we check out our full match Highlights presented by GSP Airport with your high-flying plays of the match.
And Charlie Dennis was our player to watch tonight. Greenville certainly watched him on this goal. Andrew Booth not tracking back with him, and a lovely finish. First time for the Englishman.
Then it would be Greenville to respond off of a penalty as Hemmings went down.
Yeah, lovely bit of footwork by Max Hemmings to get that ball under control and slip between the two defenders. One who was Joao Delgado, who took him down, and Walker with the penalties. 4th goal of the season.
Greenville's lead would come here, 2-1. Some extra effort from Booth to get it over to Walker.
Yeah, his first shot, I think it was blocked, fell right back to him, and he found Aaron Walker wide open to give Greenville a 2-1 lead.
Schenfeld, great drive. He was key in creating some chances tonight. Fricky takes him down.
Yeah, Fricky just beat for pace there. We weren't done though. Charlie Dennis with the wide open header here is Andrew Booth. I think there might have been a bit of contact before that, but Booth wasn't complaining. I think he just lost his balance, and that left Charlie Dennis wide open for the hat trick.
And it would be Brown that would find the equalizer. Dangerous ball put in, and the rebound, deflection, whatever you want to call it, off of Lapsley, put home.
Yeah, Wallace Lapsley's had better moments there. It was always going to be difficult with that short bounce right before him off his chest and straight to the feet of Nico Brown. It was a difficult finish, though. Big goal for the newcomer.
3-3 it finishes. Greenville and Tucson, both teams got their chances. Both a penalty, and Walker a brace, Dennis a hat trick. Pretty much had it all in this one. Tune on over for the finish of Fort Lauderdale CF and Tormenta FC. 2-1 in favor of the home side. And if that score holds, here are your standings presented by Engineered Sleep. Entering next week, Greenville and Tucson remain 3 and 4.
Yep, that game-tying goal got Greenville back up into 3rd. They were flip-flopped in 3rd and 4th until that last gasp one by Nico Brown.
New England in the 6th spot due to goal differential. There you go. Second tiebreaker. Absolutely amazing as this chaotic season continues here, 2021 in USL League One. For our entire crew, alongside me, Ross Davenport, I'm Chris McCovic. Thank you for joining us for this Sunday night coverage of USL League One. It finishes FC Tucson 3 and Greenville 3. Both teams on the road next Saturday in USL League One. Back here on ESPN Plus. Priority 1, Security. Final score 3-3 here from Legacy Early College.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.